There is fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. Guys, currently in Ivory Coast, there is fire on the mountain. People are demonstrating on the street. Millions of people are demonstrating against their president, Alassane Ouattara, that they don't want him again. Alassane Ouattara is trying to run for his fourth term. Not second, not third, but fourth. By the way, let's watch the video. So guys, this is what is currently happening in Ivory Coast. Just look at the number. Thousands of people today are out in Ivory Coast and they are currently demonstrating against President Alassane Ouattara. They said they don't want him to go again. Now, the opposition party, the Laurent Gbagbo party, I don't know how many of you know Laurent Gbagbo, but he was a guy back in the days, somewhere 2010 or 2009, at the wartime, he was the president. During the war, he was the president. His party is currently on top. They are the main opposition party. But the honest truth is, a lot of people in Ivory Coast, not just from the opposition party, but even from Alassane Ouattara's own political party, some people are just fed up. Some people don't want him to run again. That is the honest truth. So look at the demonstration. Thousands of people are fed up. They are speaking French, and obviously a lot of you guys don't understand French. That is why I decided to mute where they are speaking. So guys, that is what is happening. Please listen to an in-depth analysis. I am going to give you guys an in-depth analysis of this whole demonstration. Well guys, let me give you guys an in-depth analysis of whatever is happening in Ivory Coast. You see, I've said this multiple times, in my videos, that I don't have problem with any leader who leads a country for a very long time. But the problem is, if the people don't want you, you have to go. It's simple as ABCD. And in the case of Alassane Ouattara, he was not even supposed to be the president. And he is still not supposed to be in power. That is a problem with Alassane Ouattara. Let me explain. I hope you guys remember the Ivory Coast War, the one that happened in 2009 or 2010. Yes, back then. The war between Alassane Ouattara and Laurent Gbagbo. I hope you guys remember when Laurent Gbagbo lost and said he was not leaving power, which unfortunately led to the loss of lives in Ivory Coast. So the constitution of Ivory Coast is completely against old men becoming president. That is what the constitution says. So in the case of Alassane Ouattara, he couldn't become the president for a long time. But France told the people of Ivory Coast that, you see, because of the current instability that you guys are in, so we want Alassane Ouattara to be the president. After he goes for one term and stabilize the country, then you guys can now choose whoever you want. That was the agreement. And the people of Ivory Coast said, well, then that is cool. Because looking at the current situation they were in, they needed somebody desperately at that time to stabilize the country. Then they allowed Alassane Ouattara to become the president. And you know what happened? Your man decided to change the constitution and ran for more terms. He decided to change everything in the constitution, violated the constitution, and he went for his second term. And this man is still running as a president. Then, out of nowhere, Alassane Ouattara said, okay, I know I was not supposed to become the president, but I need more time to solve the problems. So the people of Ivory Coast were not that happy, but by the way, they allowed him to rule, and he promised them that he was going to hand over the country. Then he appointed his successor. I don't know why he did that. I don't know whether the Ivory Coast presidency is a monarch. Ivory Coast is not a monarch system, but he decided to appoint somebody as a successor. If in case he's not there, that person will replace him. More or less like his vice president was appointed to become the next Ivory Coast president. Boom. We don't know what happened. That person died. He died. Mysteriously. Nobody knows what happened to him, and boom, he died. Now, what was he supposed to do? He was supposed to appoint a different person. Then he told the people of Ivory Coast that, look, I know I was supposed to hand over the country, but because the person I appointed is no more, so I can't hand over the country to anybody. That is what he said. Once again, Ivory Coast is not a monarch system whereby you hand over the presidency to somebody. You have to vote. But he said because the person he appointed is no more, so he can't hand over the country to somebody. Then boom, he went for third term again. The man was still in the presidency, enjoying life. Then he said, okay, now I will appoint somebody. Then he appointed somebody again as his successor. If he is not there or if he's no more, that person will succeed. Or that person will take over the country. Then the people of Ivory Coast said, well, we have no choice. Once you begged us, we've listed, okay, no problem. Then this is your last term. When you go, don't go again. Then he said, yes, we won't go again, or I won't go again. Just, I promise you guys, after this term is over, I'll hand over the country to somebody. Then that was the agreement. Again, that person also died mysteriously. You see, so now there is a pattern. You appoint somebody, out of nowhere, the person will die. So the person he appointed again also died. If you are enjoying the content and you are still watching the video, please consider to hit on the like button. And if you are not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And the person also died. Nobody know what happened to that person. They said he felt sick and blah, blah, blah. And boom, he died. Now your man, somebody who was not even supposed to become the president in the first place, became the president. In his second term, he was not supposed to run. He decided to violate the constitution and ran. Appointed somebody to succeed him. That person died mysteriously. He violated the constitution, went for third term. Appointed somebody, that person too died mysteriously. Nobody knew what happened to that person. And Alassane Ouattara today is still telling the people of Ivory Coast that, you know what? I think I have to run for another more terms. He wants to go fourth term. Fourth term. He's running the country like a monarch system. And they love him. You know, the colonial masters like him. Because they are getting everything they need from him in Ivory Coast. So obviously, he's loved by the colonialists. I'm trying to be smart here. There are some words I don't want to use. You guys understand what I'm saying. You see, they painted Laurent Gbagbo as the evil guy. Those of you who follow the Ivory Coast war back then, Laurent Gbagbo was painted as the evil guy. He was arrested. He was sent to the International Criminal Court. He was prosecuted. And later, they decided to release him. So, we put all the blame on him. But are you aware that Laurent Gbagbo, because he was against the colonialists taking over Ivory Coast resources, they decided to make him an enemy? At the time of France, or these French countries, at the time of their independence, all the French countries in Africa, at the time of their independence, France forced them to sign a pact called the Colonial Pact. So every member was forced to sign this pact. The only country that refused to sign this pact was Guinea-Conakry. I've forgotten his name. Ahmed Soko Toure, and that is why they hated him so much. That is why they did everything possible to destroy Guinea-Conakry economy by then. He refused to sign it, but Hoffe body of Ivory Coast agreed. He signed this agreement, and in the agreement, Ivory Coast have no right to give their contract to another country, even if France is charging times 10. They have to give the contract to France. So, in an example, if Ivory Coast is to construct 6-story buildings, or if Ivory Coast is to construct, let me say, a hospital, and the Chinese tells them that, oh, we will construct this hospital for you, $6 million, and France says that we'll construct this hospital for you for $300 million. Ivory Coast cannot give the contract to the Chinese. They have to give it to France, whether they like it or not. And Laurent Gbagbo at a point said, it doesn't make sense. Why will we continue giving contracts to, these French companies when the prices they are giving us doesn't favor us? And we are poor, we are growing, so we can't be wasting too much money, giving to a developed country like France. France is rich, they have everything, so why would they try to mock we who are still struggling? So some of the contracts, he refused to give it to France. Example is, I don't know how many of you know Abidjan very well. I have been to Ivory Coast before. I know Abidjan. When you are entering the capital, I think there is a place called Chateau. I stand to be corrected. But there is a bridge, right? There is some water, it's a river, and they built some bridge over it. Then Laurent Gbagbo decided to award a contract to different people. I think the Chinese. He didn't give it to French companies. Then they decided to target him. He became public enemy number 1. They decided to paint him black. That was what they did to him. Again, there was a building, which is their Parliament House. Their Parliament House building. Are you aware that Ivory Coast was paying rent for France? Maybe you didn't get what I'm saying. Let me take it down. Let me take it slowly. Let me explain it into details for you. Ivory Coast was renting their own Parliament House from France. The building is located in Ivory Coast. According to France, they built the whole building during the colonial era. So Ivory Coast have no right to own that building. So they have to pay rent to them. So every month, Ivory Coast was paying rent to France. Can you believe this? Laurent Gbagbo said, how on earth can we pay rent, or how on earth are we paying rent to a different country for our own Parliament House? This is where important decisions are taken. And as a whole country, they don't have a building that represents them. They don't have a building where their laws are made. So Laurent Gbagbo decided to build a new Parliament House for Ivory Coast and told France to come and take away their building from their country. They need the land. And once again, they targeted him. So you see why Laurent Gbagbo was hated? You see why he became a target for France? He built a new building and told France that, look, if you want your building, come and take it away and leave our land for us. And he was seen as an enemy. Well, thank you very much for watching this video till now. By the way, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing now and also hit on the like button. Guys, I'll continue to bring you interesting stories like this. I'll continue to follow world events, what is happening all over the world, and give you guys the latest update. Well, shalom. See you guys in the next episode.